Ex-Muslim Christian preacher Hatun Tash speaks out after assassination plot. I wanted to talk about this because I thought it was really important to talk about what's been happening with her. Um, in a harrowing narrative of survival and defiance, Hatun Tash, an ex-Muslim turned Christian preacher, recently resurfaced after being missing for a month following a foiled assassination plot. Tash, a prominent critic of Islam, has faced multiple attempts on her life due to her controversial activism, which includes public preaching and provocative actions such as displaying cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad. The latest threat emerged when Edward Little, a British Muslim convert, was arrested in an armed counter-terrorism operation just moments before acquiring a firearm intended for Tash's assassination at the London Speaker's Corner. Despite Little's conviction and an increased 24-year prison sentence, Tosh continues to feel unsafe, articulating her vulnerability and determination in a powerful quote. Quote, "I don't feel safe at all," she said. "There are lots of other individuals who might be planning or thinking about the same thing. I'm not brave, but you've got to make a choice. Do you want to deal with it, or do you just want to keep quiet and shut down? Once they know that they have silenced you, they can stop you. Then it's a win for them. But they've been winning for a long time. I don't have much to lose." Tasha's ordeal underscores the ongoing threats faced by those challenging religious extremism and advocating for free speech. So let's provide a little bit of context here for people who are not aware of Hatun and her activism. So Hatun is a Turkish woman and she's from Turkey, raised Muslim, and she moved to the UK and converted to Christianity. And she founded something called Defending Christianity, Criticizing Islam Ministries, or DCCI. And she is a freaking badass. She goes out to Speaker's Corner, which is an area, and I think is it Hyde Park? Um, that where you are allowed to have public debates and such. And there's a lot of Islamists that go out there either to do dawah or to debate people. And she will go out there wearing Charlie Hebdo shirts, holding cartoons, literally carrying copies of the Quran that she's drilled holes into to symbolize the holes in the narrative of the Quranic preservation. The holes in the narrative, so to speak, if anyone remembers that incident. Um, and she doesn't hold back. But what happened was in 2020, first there was it 2020? I think it was 2020. Um, there was
Mm.
an incident where someone attacked her and tried to stab her and sliced her face. Armin, when researching this story, I discovered that they have never apprehended a suspect for that attack.
Wow.
The police have never
Okay.
apprehended a suspect for that attack. And then what
No
happened
way.
was then in 2022, the police were able to intervene and stop this assassination plot against her by this Muslim British convert called Edward Little. And um so that happened in 2022. And that's when
Right.
he was arrested, ascertained by the authorities. He, went to court, was, I think, sentenced to 16 years, and then I think it was increased to 24. And then let's talk about why this is relevant now. So, at the end of last year in December, I don't know, for people who follow like ex-Muslim circles, you or the space of criticizing Islam, you would probably be familiar with this. And basically, everyone started putting the call out that Hatan Tash was missing. They're like, "Where's Hatan? Where is she? Where is our sister? Like, where is she? We haven't heard from her. We haven't seen her. She's just completely gone missing." And people started to really freak out and panic. And to the point that eventually a missing persons report was filed with the London police. And that's when Hatan Tash came forward recently to give an interview and say, "I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm just, taking care of myself right now." The police were able to confirm that she's safe. She's not under duress. Of course, they did not give any details about where she is or how they know that she's safe. They shouldn't release details about that, frankly, for her own security. And um, that's when she came forward and gave this interview talking about her life and her
Mm.
experiences after this assassination attempt that happened in 2022. And I think it's really powerful because I don't like for people that are maybe fans of the space of like publicly criticizing Islam but don't do it themselves. I don't know if people understand what that feeling of insecurity is like and the
Mm.
fears and paranoia about threats to your safety or threats to the safety of your family is like and living with that. It's really difficult. It's difficult for me, and I'm small fish, you know? I cannot imagine being Hatun Tash and going out in public week after week and doing this publicly in front of huge men that try to physically intimidate you constantly, knowing that people have physically attacked you with knives before, and she still keeps doing it. And
I would say she has to stop.
I know, but she refuses to stop. Well, I mean, she's like doing what she has to do for her own safety right now, but she doesn't want to stop because it's like if I stop, then they win. But
Yeah.
from a psychological and mental health perspective, I just really want to impress upon people the toll that it takes on you. It's severe. And then
Mm.
knowing that other people, like when Salman Rushdie was attacked and almost murdered, that had a huge toll on people in the ex-Muslim or public critic of Islam space, like across the world. For a
Mm.
lot of people that I know, that had a huge toll on people because with the attack on Salman Rushdie, it sent the message that it does not matter how many decades ago you did this blasphemy. We are not going to forget, and we will still keep coming after you. And that succeeded in putting fear in the heart of many people that I know personally. And they changed their behavior accordingly. And this is the intention of terrorism. The intention of terrorism is more than just attacking and killing a few people who are either the intended target or unfortunate collateral in any given mistake. The intention of terrorism is a war upon your mind. A war upon your mind so that it strikes you to change your own behavior, so that it chills your own expression, so that you second guess what you are willing to say and what you are willing to lose before you undertake something that you might feel is a principled stance for you to take. Because you will be reminded that the price is mutilation or death. This is the war. It's so much more than an individual attack. It's an attack on everyone who dares to take such a public stance. And this is why when these attacks happen, we need to show very clear and unequivocal solidarity with not only the victims, but everyone else that is brave enough to be public with their criticisms or what dare not be said. Because they symbolize all of us and they symbolize a impulse towards truth. and that needs to be protected. What more than needs to be protected is our own psychological safety to be able to examine freely without fear, without hesitation, without trepidation. And when I was reading this full interview with Hatun Tash about her experience and what she's going through, I cannot imagine how difficult it is to live in this level of paranoia, knowing that you're sorry, knowing that you're just trying to go get groceries, but wondering, oh, is this man walking down the street towards me? Does he recognize me? Does he hate me? If he recognizes me, will he kill me right here? Especially as a female. That's terrifying. And so I really hope that people extend their support to her. To me, it does not matter at all that she's a Christian, not an atheist. I don't give a fuck about that. Because she's doing something that comes at a great personal cost, that the vast majority of people would never be willing to pay. It's extremely isolating. It is an extremely isolating experience. And I'm very glad to hear that she's safe.
So I've been to Speaker's Corner, and I had talked to her. I actually have the video of me talking to her in Speaker's Corner if you want me to show it to you. So Speaker's Corner has been taken over, by the way, by Muslims. And I went there and I debated Muslims, and I would, if I was a woman, I would not want to be alone there, if I'm taking the anti-Islam side. Like, I was there talking to Muslims, and you know, I felt that this is not the best place to be for me. Like, there were a couple of times I was thinking, like, because I was somebody that had burned the Quran. I have recorded myself burning the Quran. I had the sign "Allah is gay" in Vancouver's Pride Parade, and that had went viral. And I was standing there speaking to people against Islam. I spoke to Ali Dava there. I have a video of me debating Ali Dava there. And there were a couple of moments I felt like, yeah, I don't want to do this over, like, every week. Like this, like, at first it's very entertaining to be debating with all these people there, but I was like, this is probably not a good idea health wise, right? Security wise, this is not good. I could feel the tension there. Like, I could feel some people really hated my guts. And I was like, looked at, like, there's not that much police presence there, right? I mean, even after what happened to her, she still doesn't have police like watching over her all the time, right? It's like there's so many people there. Like, it's so easy. It's so easy to to do something bad that I want to say on YouTube, because YouTube is crazy. And again, for a woman to be there, especially her, like, she is like big fish, and a lot of people know her. She has the Qurans there, and she's comparing them all the time. And by the way, Susanna mentioned that you don't care that she's a Christian or not. You know, for me, like, when I was there, I wanted to talk to her about Christianity. I had disagreements with her over Christianity, but I feel like it's fine for us to have this disagreement and then support each other when it comes to fighting for our freedom of expression, right?
Oh, of course, that's
When it
exactly what I
comes,
mean.
yeah, I know, but like, when I was there, I'm not gonna not bring our disagreements. Like, I'm an atheist, she's a Christian, and she wants to mainly focus on talking about Islam. But when I was talking to her, the things that she was saying about Islam was like I was agreeing with. So I was like, what's the point? So I wanted to push her to talk about Christianity, because that's what I thought would be more interesting, because we disagree on that. And I don't remember if she hesitated or she, because I have the video, I could show it to you, my discussion with her. But I think like a lot of people don't understand that our disagreements don't matter that much as long as we just let each other be, right? So our problem with a lot of these Muslims, again, not all, and a lot of these people, like a lot of these woke progressive types, is that they don't let you be, right? Like I could, I'm not gonna stop disagreeing with Christians, and I'm not gonna not bring it up when I have that disagreement for the sake of uniting with anybody. When it comes to uniting with, I don't know, Muslims or Christians or Hindus or whatever, I'm not going to hide my disagreements. I'm going to bring them up, but our disagreements is not going to be um, an excuse for us not to be able to work with each other. We have greater threats coming at us. We have fascism, Islamic fascism, and we have, threats to the liberal world order, especially from within, which comes from the woke left. And whoever is standing up for these values, whoever is standing up for freedom of expression, I don't care what our disagreements are. I mean, I'm going to still mention our disagreements. Still going to disagree with you, but we are fighting the same fight, and I'll see you as an ally. I could even I see some Muslims as allies when they're fighting for freedom of expression as well. Because that what matters the most. Like our rights to be able to express ourselves and to feel safe and secure while we have these disagreements. That is a priority. All these other disagreements are secondary. Do you
Well,
guys
yeah,
want to
and
see
I
that? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I I
Go ahead.
said that only because I know that there
Yeah.
is a segment of our audience will be like, "She's not even Christian, like, no, she's not even atheist, like, why do you guys care?" That's irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
an ex-Muslim. She faces the same threat because of her apostasy as other ex-Muslims, not to mention the fact that she's a very vocal critic of Islam. She's going to be threatened because of that the same way that we are threatened because of that.
Yeah.
She doesn't deserve to be threatened by that. Neither do we. So there's a natural allyship. I don't want I so that kind of attitude really pisses me off because I actually feel very defensive over ex-Muslim Christians because
Mm.
of how they often get kind of ignored by the broader ex-Muslim
Pushes.
movement. Um this person said Campers United.
Yeah.
um And so there was this comment that said, Hatun is a very easy target. She should stop exposing herself to these criminals at Speaker's Corner. Or how about instead of someone who is doing what is their right within their country, not be threatened by criminals in public?
I, I mean, that's true, but I think it's also a good idea for her not to go. I mean, I don't. Okay, so you might think like if I say it's a good idea for her not to go there, is because I'm like, oh, be silent, woman. Like, give in to intimidation. I'm not saying that. I just don't want her to. I don't want her to die. That's why I'm saying this. I don't think. Okay, so you're like people say like don't blame the victim, blame the people who are attacking her. I am blaming the people who are attacking her. Okay, but guess what? They're not gonna listen to us. Okay, like if I like don't tell her not to go there, tell the Muslims who are attacking her not to attack her. Okay, well, okay, fine. Don't attack her. But they're not going to listen to me, okay? But I think that given that that's not going to change for the foreseeable future, I would recommend, I don't, she's obviously not going to listen to me either. But if I had any influence, I would go like, don't go there. Like, I mean, she could go. It's not a safe place. I'm not saying don't go there because I'm trying to make her give in, like trying to recommend for people to give into intimidation. I just fear her for her safety, and that's not a very safe environment for her.
No,
Okay,
I
is that
understand. You're talking about a pragmatic, like let's be practical, let's be realistic. I mean,
yeah,
it's not like, oh yeah, don't threaten her. You're the ones threatening her with death. So how about you guys stop? Well, obviously they're not going to listen to us, but who should listen to us are the authorities who it's their duty to protect her. So that's something that needs to be pointed out. But Also, so you met her. Isn't she quite tiny? I've heard her in photos and in
Yes.
videos, she looks quite tiny.
Yes, she is. I have her video of me talking to her. Do you
And,
wanna see some? Oh.
you also told me that if 'cause we were thinking about going to England one time, and I was like, "Oh, let's go to Speaker's Corner, blah, blah, blah." You straight up told me that you wouldn't let me go to Speaker's Corner.
Yes, guys, like, okay, I went to Speaker's Corner, and when Susie said, like, when we went to London, "Let's go to Speaker's Corner," I'm like, "I'm not gonna take you there." Like, um, I was willing to risk a little bit. I'm not willing to risk as much as she is, but I was not willing to risk Susanna at all. I was like, "Nope, I'm not
Aw.
taking you there." I was willing to risk my own safety, but not Susanna's safety. So, like, "No, no, no, we're not going. We're not going."
I'm like, "Come
Especially
on, man."
women are more at risk to be, like, and not just because they're less capable of, like, there's less physical strength. It's also because a lot of Muslims get more butthurt over women speaking about Islam than men,
It's true.
right? That that
It's
pisses
true.
that pisses them off more.
Ex-Muslim
So
women get it way worse than the men.
yeah, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
yeah. And again, guys, I just stream on air, and I sometimes go out and do street activism, but most of the time I don't, and I don't feel I. What can tell you, I don't feel safe. Right, doing what I do, I don't feel safe. So imagine going there, already have been stabbed once, and knowing that the police will not be there in time. And this is basically the place where all the main Dawa people of Islam show up. And she's there, and she's a tiny little woman. Okay, how about this? If she's not going to listen to our suggestion, I have another suggestion. Okay, if you are a big, strong man and you see this and it pisses you off, okay? She's there. I think it's on Sundays every week. Somebody
Well,
could
I
go
mean,
check
she
that out.
on a long time, it sounds.
What?
She hasn't
She what?
attended Speaker's Corner for some time.
Okay. Good, good. If she does decide to attend, show up there, okay? Just so that you could intimidate, especially if you have a big, strong body, show up there as a bodyguard, like just to intimidate other people that might want to harm her. How about, is that a good suggestion, Susie? Like, just show up there, just make your presence felt by, like, that as a volunteer while she's speaking there. I'm
I
sure
don't
a lot of
know because
Christians
the
would want to
implication
be
is that that
warriors
person would
of
be
God.
risking their own life.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think like if just the presence of big strong men next to her will reduce the risk factor by a lot. I think.
Swole members of the Atheist Republic Army who've been called upon.
Or Christian, or the Christian army. I don't know, but
Yeah,
either one, right? Like, yeah.
yeah. Wait, can you scroll down in the news article and play this video
No.
from David Wood that, our lovely editor, thank you, D, included in the article just because I thought it was funny.
This one. This
Yeah,
one. Okay.
Hey, it's the
Yep.
Dizzle here with a polite
the
word
Dizzle.
of warning to all you jihadis of the world. See that Turkish woman in blue back there? That's my sister Hatun. Some of you jihadis have developed an unhealthy obsession with her. There have been unsuccessful jihadi plots to murder her. So I'm giving you fair warning. If you are ever successful in one of your plots to murder my sister, I promise you, I guarantee to you that I am going to launch a global campaign of Quran desecration and Muhammad mockery, the likes of which you have never seen and cannot imagine. It will be something you will never recover from psychologically. Trust me on this. You have no idea what kind of mad scientist level plans for desecrating your book and making fun of your child molesting fake prophet go through my head. If I were you and I knew the thoughts that go through my head, I would be terrified of me if I were capable of fear. So, you've been warned. If you want to get Hatun, better get me first cupcakes.
Wow, that's actually dangerous. Oh my god.
But
Oh,
my
that's
favorite thing was it's like I would be afraid too if I was capable of feeling fear. Because for those who don't know, David Wood is a diagnosed psychopath, so he literally can't feel fear.
that last part is kind of dangerous when he suggests that better get me first cupcakes. I don't know. I don't know. This scares me. I feel for these people. Say, I know they don't seem to be that concerned about their safety. I know they are, but they don't seem like it. I feel I'm scared. I don't want these people to be harmed. Like I do. Like, I'm feeling secondhand fear for them. Like I don't want them to be harmed. Like is that normal? I don't know.
Of
I
course
really
not.
think something might happen.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
we can laugh because you need to laugh and have a sense of humor to get through
Yeah.
the pressure of dealing with this. But it isn't funny. It's not fun to have to consider this thing as part of your life.
It's dark humor to be able to get over these things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Hmm.
I've only been involved in this kind of thing for almost 4 years, and it's changed the way I carry myself drastically. So we have a bunch of super chats or comments.
Let's go
So let's
through.
see what we have here. So first of all, this is funny. World Wide Web is saying, Armin, you can go. We don't care. Don't let Susanna go.
Okay.
No, Armin can defend himself.
No.
But part of me is I'm like, no, don't go.
Part of you?
Well, no, because you know what I mean. God damn it.
I'm kidding.
Falcon is saying, I'm a little bit behind on the stream, but Susanna's speech was amazing. Was that prepared or
Yes.
on flow? That was contemporaneous, buddy.
Yes.
That was off the dome.
Yes.
Um,
She does that. She does that all the time. You should subscribe if you want to see more of that. That's why these live streams, the ones that we do with Susanna, I'm excited for it all week because I know we're going to get some good stuff.
and this is why Armin gets very mad that I don't film a lot of my rants that just happen spontaneously, because we'll be behind the
guys,
scenes and I'll start ranting about something. You're like, there needs to be a video. And I'm like, how do I repeat all that again? I don't know.
You guys are missing out so much when me and Susanna are just working with each other, and she just if I'm working and she opens her mic and I'm like, oh, a rant is about to come. She just saw something somewhere on I don't know, TikTok or a news article or Instagram, and she's about to rant. And I'm like listening there. I'm like, why is this not being recorded? Why is this not on a live stream? This is and I know she gets frustrated when I tell her that. So I'm just thinking that inside my head, the world is missing out. The world is missing out on an amazing, beautiful rant right now.
It's a damn shame.
Guys, if we get to 100,000 subscribers, we might be able to afford more of Susanna's times. So get us there. Yes.
Yes, we're growing the Atheist Republic army. Join the militia. Yes. Subscribe. All Colors gave us a super chat saying cultists don't think the same way you do, Susie. True. And this is why I say religious militancy is why we can't have nice things. And Adi gave us 15 shekels saying starting a bodyguard fund. Thank you, Adi. Thank you for your concern.
Thank you.
And Mahmoud, is this our Mahmoud? Is this Mahmoud?
Yes. Yeah, this is Mahmoud. Our Persian
Azizam. Mahmoud, thank you for the 5-year super chat saying Armin and Susanna, you are lovely. I love you both. Thank you, Mahmoud.
Oh.
Mahmoud is one of our best volunteers.
Persian
So,
video editor on the Persian side. Yes.
yeah, he does amazing work for us. Um, oh, wait, no, I wanted to address this later. Okay, so Adam gave us he gave us $15 to super chats total. Thank you, Adam. Very, very generous. The Atheist Republic, the Year Brooke Show, and Ayn Rand Center UK are my favorite channels to hear commentary, all atheists, on world events, Israel, Palestine, philosophy, religion, etc. Thank you to you all. And then saying, highly recommend Yarn Brooks talk Israel's moral war on Salem Center for Policy YouTube channel. The Q&A section is wild and worth commenting on, in my humble opinion.
Wait,
That'd be
let me
very
write it down.
interesting.
Hold on, let me. Israel's moral war. Okay.
Armin, what's your opinion on objectivism? Because Yaron Brooke and the Ayn Rand is obviously objectivists.
Okay, I'm not going to get into it, but I think like I get a sense of a lot of people who say that kind of dismiss how much sympathy and love is part of our emotional desires that we need to satisfy. But I mean, structurally, I agree with their argument, but I think you have to add that to that a whole bunch, at least to the people who advocate for that, our natural desires for cooperation and sympathy and caring and love for each other. I just feel like I get a lot of dryness out of like a lack of understanding of how important sympathy and love is in our, again, that's the sense I get from a lot of these people. But structurally, I agree with their arguments. I just think there's a dismissal of some of these, values.
I agree. I think it can easily be argued that altruism for the sake of altruism is actually within our selfish interest.
Yes, exactly. See, you just said in one line what I was trying to say in a paragraph. Thank you so much, Susie. Amazing work. Yes.
Max, thank you for the $5 super chat, is saying we need to go to the international criminal court of justice to find out how to treat Islam. Well, I'm going to already tell you that doesn't work, because to go to the ICJ, you need to be a nation state, which is why Hamas cannot go to the ICJ. So we cannot go to the ICJ for an entire religion, ideology that has many, many different iterations and forms. It's an
all
idea,
of them bad, though.
Not a place. And you highlighted this. Troop D is just saying, if you have the guts to debate.
Oh, yes, I do have the guts, Troop D. Message me on Twitter, and anybody else who wants to debate me. You do need to be somebody that knows how to debate and talk, have an engaging discussion. So I have to verify that. But you could contact me on Twitter, and my DMs are open. Just search for Armin Navobi on Twitter, and my DMs are open. So contact me there for a debate if you're interested. Yeah.
Okay, so Vadu Shaidan. Oh no, another super chat. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, all colors, saying, I wish I could speak to David Wood despite being a secular Satanist. He is a diagnosed psychopath, and we could talk about the psychology of Muslims for days. Well, okay, first of all, I don't even know how you can reach David nowadays. Didn't he end his channel? But he appears.
Yeah.
He's on Twitter.
It's okay. Yeah. We can move.
Yeah. And also, not all Muslims.
He's very busy. Yes.
I have Muslim friends that are very nice and very chill.
Yes, not all Muslims. We have a problem mostly with Islam. Islam is the problem. Yeah. We don't generalize all Muslims. But thank you for the super chat. All right, go.
And Vadu Shaidan is saying, hi friends, how will I get your Atheist Republic page back? Okay, this is a very quick announcement. We'll talk about it later. But Atheist Republic's Facebook page of over 2 million just got unpublished, aka banned, deleted yesterday with no real explanation. It just said, oh, your page was deleted because of community guidelines violations, with not saying what, no explanation as to what. And so we want to get our Facebook page back of over 2 million people. So if you know anyone that works at Facebook, if you work at Facebook, please email me, the president and CEO of Atheist Republic, at Susanna, spelled Susanna, at atheistrepublic.com. We really need these contacts because I used to have contacts within Meta or Facebook itself, but all my contacts have since stopped working at Facebook a while ago. So we need to find new contacts to help get our page back because there are no ways to submit an appeal if your page is actually just gone. It's a huge problem.
Right. So I'm gonna put your email in the Susanna at Atheist Republic, right? Can I put that in the live chat? Okay. So here, let me wait. Let me put it on screen. So this is her email. So please contact if you know any contacts in Facebook that could help her out to get our Facebook page back. Yes, email Susanna. Thank you for that.
All Colors is saying, I will thank you for another super chat saying, I will further elaborate. Islam is the oldest cult that's still presenting the traits of it. There are nice Mormons and Scientologists too. If you know, you know. Okay, here's the difference. I define in most people, well, basically any group could be considered a cult. But what people mean when they say cult is a destructive high control group, right? And I think even mainstream Mormonism, not even fundamentalist Mormonism, meets the criteria of being a destructive high control group. Scientology very clearly fits the description of a destructive high control group. Not all Muslim communities fit the description of a destructive high control group. Not all of them. There are many that do. Fundamentalist Islam, full blown, no question. Any terrorist organization, full blown, no question.
But would you say that Islamic ideology in general is a perfect ideology to build such environments?
Oh, fundamentalist Islam. If you take the fundaments of Islam, that when I started learning about Islam, that's what hit me the most. It slapped me across the face. I was like, this is literally all the criteria, behaviors, thought reform, emotional control, informational control that fit the criteria of a high control group.
Right.
But so not all communities are that fundamentalist. So I think that distinction is important.
Yeah. But I know you already know this. I just want to tell to the audience, fundamentalist Islam means closer to the teachings of Islam. So
yes.
Yeah.
Like this guy saying Salafism is a cult. Full blown.
Right.
Full blown.
Can I, before we go to the next news, I was gonna brag a little bit about me talking to Hatun, and you did, and
I'm legal.
I just wanted to make sure that I get the bragging just for a little bit
So
here.
you could
Okay,
say-
at the Constantine's time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's okay for you to tell you are Christian.
Yes. Before that, yes. Burn. So I just wanted to just brag about me talking to her on Speaker's
125
Corner
AD.
for a little bit.
That's only 25 gap. Timeline gap is 25 to 50.
Yeah.
And I have 24,000.
Anyway, scripture that didn't make it into the Bible.
No.
What about the one?
Just
Can I?
That's from the Quran. That's from the Quran. So,
No, that's. Anyways, I don't want to play too much of this. I just want to say that we were debating Christianity and Islam together, and we were disagreeing. It was a friendly discussion. Like, we were disagreeing with each other, but it was pretty civil. It was pretty fun. I just wanted to brag about this. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Anyway,
I love how Sean is like, you've earned your bragging rights, dude.
Thank you. I did. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I still love your photo of you having dinner with Ali Dawah more.
Yeah. After
Guys, believe it or not, Armin actually broke bread with Ali Dawah.
Yeah. Wait, should I show that picture?
Yeah, no, I don't know if people would believe it. It's such a funny photo.
Okay, wait. So let's go through the next news, and then while you're explaining the next news, I will find that image, and
Anna's
will bring
what?
it up. Yeah, I mean, I debated him, and then
Armin did what now? You guys don't remember this? You don't remember this?
Yeah. Oh, what the hell? You guys don't know about this? I thought everybody knew that I did this. Okay, I'll show you guys. I will show you. Hold on.
Yeah, no, there are tons of people that don't. don't believe this. Eric is saying, I
Here.
think Armin is also familiar with Daniel Hekikaju. He's met Daniel Hekikaju in person many times.
Yeah, I moderate we moderated before Daniel Hekikaju was famous. I moderated his first debate, with the Imam of Peace, with Imam Tawhidi. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And the funniest thing is that Imam Tawhidi was like so out of control of his emotions.
Wait.
I'm like,
So
you're
I have
supposed to be the
another.
peaceful reformist. What the hell?
Yeah. Daniel Hekikaju was a lot more peaceful in that debate than the Imam of Peace. I have another really good picture with this guy. I can't find it. It was such a good picture, but yeah, it's okay. Here, let me show you. This is my. Here's another picture that I think you guys should see if I could find it. Oh yeah. So this is me debating him, but there was another good picture. This debate is, by the way, recorded. The video is somewhere on the channel. If you go search for Armin Navabi Ali Dawa, you're gonna be able to see this debate. Yeah. Anyways,
Amazing.
that was that. Yeah, I broke bread with my ideological enemy.
Oh,
It was
you traitor. People actually there were ex-Muslims that actually had an issue with you because of that.
Yeah, they were like, "Why are you sitting with him?" By the way, I went down. Okay, so I actually let me bring it back up. Okay, so here, this picture was taken after Ali Dawa and this other guy, who I forgot his name, sitting right next to me, were explaining to me why it's okay to kill me. Why it's fine, why. So guys, if people say that I cannot be friendly with people who I disagree with, I went out and had dinner with these people after my debate with them for why, with their explanations for why it will be okay to execute me for leaving Islam. There's that.
Man, the food you're eating looks good. Oh, look at that hummus.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. It was really good. Oh yeah. It was halal as well, if that matters. Yeah.
Of course.
All right. So we got another super chat, and then we could go to the next
Oh,
news.
yes. Okay,
Oh,
we got
thank you.
a
Wow.
super chat from Mark. Oh, just saying, great show. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for the super chat. Armin, are you monitoring our monetization today?
Yeah, look, wait, we're good. We're still good, which is weird. Look at this. We're still good. We talked. Yeah, we're green. Right. Green is good. Okay. Green is good. That means we're still monetized. If this turns orange, that means we're screwed. Okay. That means 99% of the monetization is gone. Right. So far we have not been demonetized. So that's good. That doesn't mean we shouldn't. Oh wait, I gave up the next news. Oh, oopsie. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't send us super chat. Keep sending us super chats. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, because it can be gone at any moment. And that's when the super chats become very important to keep the show going. And that's actually a good moment. Guys, if you love this show and you find it entertaining, if you find it fun, if you learn something when you come here, or maybe you just enjoy our community, please become a monthly donor. Link is in the description below on PayPal. And just as simple as, $6.66 a month can make a huge difference in making sure that we can always keep doing this show and keep it alive. Oh, and another super chat. Wow, thank you. Shukte is saying some love and support from Canada, our neighbors in the north. What's your takes on the potential of a 2-month ceasefire? I feel skeptical that it will work. Didn't Hamas reject the ceasefire?
Yeah, I mean, ceasefire from who? Hamas?
Yeah.
Who are you asking for ceasefire? Hamas is not the problem with this demands for ceasefire is that it's all one-sided. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think on the potential of 2-month ceasefire? Okay, so here's the thing. As much as I disagree with a ceasefire, right now. I'd also disagree with Netanyahu's intentions for not doing a ceasefire. Netanyahu's intentions for not doing a ceasefire is wrong, because he thinks that the longer he continues this war, the longer he's going to be able to maintain his power. So, there's good reasons for not wanting a ceasefire, and there are bad reasons for not wanting a ceasefire. And I just think Netanyahu's reasons for not wanting a ceasefire are not for the sake of Israeli people. There's a lot of, also, again, I see a lot of Israelis are also asking for ceasefire. A lot of the families of the hostages. There's a major disagreement over this right now in Israel. I think most Israelis don't want a ceasefire, but there's also a loud voice of people in Israel that want a ceasefire. So this is the cost-benefit analysis is quite difficult, right? I kind of see why some Israelis are asking for a ceasefire, especially given that some of the hostages have been killed with the bombardment. So I see the arguments from both sides, and honestly, I don't. It's hard. It's really difficult to do a cost-benefit analysis. It's very complicated. I just don't like Netanyahu's intentions at all. I don't think it's in the benefit of the Israeli people.
Oh no, I see a meme.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was just gonna show people. No, it's not. We're still monetized. I just want to show people that. No, yeah, I want to show people that if we lose our monetization, Roy had sent me this meme for us to show every time we lose our monetization. Okay, so it's like, and it's gone. Okay, but no, so far, that's just like we're still good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also Kenny just gave us a 666 super chat. Thank you, Kenny, one of our lovely volunteers. Freaking hail Satan.
And we just lost our Christian audience. And it's gone.
Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.